Hey, it's the funnest thing ever, going over PSSA Power 75. So, let us get started. In the first one, by the way, you should have this done already, and you should just be checking your answers. Don't be doing this with me. It says, which equation could be used to solve the values in the table below? So you know you're going to start with y equals. I'm going to look for simple addition, simple multiplication. 1 times 5, 2 times 5 is not 10. Nope. 1 plus 4, 2 plus 4 is 6. So you know it's going to be a more complicated one, and it is not going to be times 5 and plus 4. So, to figure this out, you start with the y's and you skip count. 5 plus 3 is 8, plus 3 is 11, plus 3, so it's going to be 3 times x. Now already, you could figure out which one it's going to be, but I want to show you the rest, just because you will need to know this. Now, that means you multiply x by 3, so I'm going to do that here. 1 times 3 is 3, 2 times 3 is 6, 3 times 3 is 9, and 4 times 3 is 12. And then, how do you get the rest of the way from here? So 3 plus 2 is 5, 6 plus 2 is 8, 9 plus 2 is 11, and 12 plus 2 is 14. So that means your equation is y is 3 times x plus 2, which is a. All right, let's go to the right. Interquartile range, I already have the numbers written out in least to greatest order. So there are 8 numbers, which means I can split them in half at 4 and 4. So I'm going to put a box around the lower half and the upper half of the numbers. So to get the interquartile range, I need to get the quartiles, and I need to know the middle of these 4 numbers. So there are 2 numbers in the middle, 14 and 14, which means 14 is Q1. On the right, there are 2 numbers in the middle, 24 and 27. Now this one is tricky. You might be able to figure out what's exactly in the middle of 24 and 27. But here is what you do if you're not sure. You have to add those up, and remember, you can do this on a calculator. So you add the 2 middle numbers. I'm adding the 24 and the 27. And when they add up to 51. And then you divide by 2. And 51 divided by 2 is 25.5. So remember that trick. If you can't figure out what's in the middle of the 2 numbers, add them and divide by 2, and you will get the middle. So that means Q3 is 25.5. So all I have to do to find interquartile range is subtract Q3 minus Q1, which is 14. And if I do that, I get 11.5. All right, if you had that one wrong, make sure you leave a note on the back when it's graded. Let's go down to expressions. So we have Aiden has a 24-ounce bottle of soda, and that's X more ounces than Wyatt's bottle. Which expression could figure out how many ounces are in Wyatt's bottle? So, in this one, we know Aiden has a 24-ounce bottle. So, if I were to draw a bar, imagine this bar is just Aiden's 24-ounce bottle of soda. And Aiden's is 24 ounces more than Wyatt, which means if we have to find Wyatt, that means we'd have to do the opposite, and Wyatt's would be X ounces less. So your equation is going to be, you take Aiden's 24 ounces and subtract X, and you'll get Wyatt's, which is B. All right, last one. It says, Cassie is 1.2 times taller than she was at the same time last year. How much taller is she written as a percent? So this sounds like a job for deep, and I'm changing 1.2 to a percent. Remember, to go from a decimal to a percent, you go twice to the right. I'm going to need to add a 0. And I should have 120%, which is C. All right, if you have any questions, make sure you ask me and leave yourself notes on the back for when it is graded. Thanks.